Know that up to 50% of the air you breathe in your home comes through your basement? A wet, damp basement can be a real problem that can worsen asthma and allergies, affect your indoor air quality, and even damage your valuables. We'll transfer your basement into a dry, usable space and improve the air quality in your entire home. You don't have to live with a moldy basement. Protect your home from water damage the right way. Give us a call or visit us online.
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking us out on the Northcast Weather Channel. We've got a beautiful start to the day, and that's going to continue all day long. I hope you take advantage of it. You make some plans to be outside today because, yeah, Mother Nature is cooperating, right? We started off with temperatures in the 40s earlier on. We're at 50 right now with a dew point of 44. Extremely enjoyable weather. This gorgeous stuff is going to continue right into the weekend, even beyond into early next week. So no issues here. Unfortunately, our friends down to the south in Central Florida are going to have just a horrific situation unfold. Milton is still a Category 4 storm, down from a 5 a little bit earlier on, but a very powerful Category 4 with winds at 155 miles an hour. That storm is going to be moving through Florida and ejecting itself off of the East Coast by tomorrow. Both coasts are going to be beat up. The brunt is going to be seen from Tampa down to Sarasota, down to Port Charlotte, Cape Coral. But the East Coast is also going to get in on some storm surge, some strong winds, and hurricane conditions. High pressure in control for us. Down in Florida, the outer bands of Milton are already starting to work their way onshore. A couple tornado warnings earlier, and I think that's just going to continue through the afternoon as these thunderstorms have that natural rotation characteristic. 155 mile an hour storm moving to the northeast at 16 miles an hour. The eye is becoming obfuscated. There's a lot of variables going on right now. It's starting a transition process. It's being impacted by the jet stream. It's going to start to be tugged more north-northeast, I think, later this morning and early afternoon. That's going to be driving it right towards Tampa. Pressures at 915 millibars, which is up from this morning. National Hurricane Center, the past few days, has had this making landfall as a Category 3. We've been saying that I think the potential for it to make landfall as a 4 is on the table, and that is what they are thinking right now. The exact track of it, where that eye makes its landfall, that is the difference between entire neighborhoods in Tampa being totally destroyed or getting by with some damage but still salvageable. Right now, the official track goes just to the south of Tampa, which would spare the Tampa Bay area of that 10 to 15 foot storm surge. You'd still get flooding, but it wouldn't be as bad. However, there is no good scenario here because a farther south track just shifts that 10 to 15 foot storm surge down into Sarasota, Venice, Port Charlotte, Cape Coral. So be aware of that. It's literally going to come down to a wobble of 10 to 20 miles. And that is why this forecast, when it comes to the storm surge, is so tricky. We know what's going to happen. We just got to figure out exactly what neighborhoods are going to be dealing with it. As the storm weakens a little bit, the wind field is going to expand a bit. We are still looking at probably a 60 to 100 mile radius of where the strongest winds are going to be. We're talking gusts 110, 120 miles an hour, and that certainly encompasses Tampa and Bradenton down into Venice and Sarasota, but the hurricane force gusts are going to extend all the way to the East Coast, and some of those thunderstorms that develop could pack a punch with some 70 or 50 to 70 mile an hour winds down to the south, but the bulk of this is going to be on the north side of that center. It is going over Bathwater. Temperatures generally in the low to mid 80s. Lots of energy available for this. Here's the latest storm surge forecast, putting 8 to 12 feet in Tampa Bay, 10 to 15 feet from Bradenton to Sarasota to Laurel, 8 to 12 in Port Charlotte. It's just going to be a horrific scenario in the Bonita Springs, Golden Gate 6 to 9. And then on the East Coast, looking up to 6 feet of storm surge for some of those communities. It's going to be probably a 6 to 8 hour period of hurricane conditions throughout this part of the state. So not only do we have the coastal flooding, the tidal flooding going on, but the street flooding. The amount of rain is going to be overwhelming the infrastructure. There could very well be some folks that pick up 10 to 15 inches of rain, less down to the south and west. Historically speaking, the wettest part of a hurricane is on the northwest side, and as it's a lopsided storm making landfall, you're going to see that heavy rain displaced on the north side there. Even Disney could pick up about 5 inches of rain. Here at home, no rain, no storms, nothing going on. Around 70 degrees for highs for tonight. We'll drop down into the lower 40s under clear skies. Could be some 30s by the time we wake up. Tomorrow, low to mid 60s. Lots of sunshine. We do warm up a little bit for the weekend. 77 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday, and then back down into the 60s for next week. Have yourselves a great day, everybody.